Beyond monogamy, the rise of polyamory and the generational divide in 2025 NTHE traditional relationship model of monogamy is facing its most significant challenge yet. In 2025, a new wave of openness and curiosity about non-traditional relationships, particularly polyamory, is reshaping the dating landscape, with a notable divide in attitudes and engagement across generations. Recent studies highlight a cultural shift away from the one true love narrative, with a significant percentage of Americans open to or actively participating in relationships with more than one partner. A recent survey by HIMSS reveals a striking trend. A majority of Americans, at 61%, are now open to non-monogamous relationships. This number shows a clear generational gradient, with younger generations leading the charge and a significant gap in acceptance between Gen Z and their baby boomer counterparts. Here's a breakdown of the current landscape of polyamory by generation and Gen Z, born 1997 to 2012. The trailblazers in leading the charge in the non-monogamy movement. Gen Z is the least likely to believe monogamy is the only viable relationship style. A significant portion of this generation is exploring alternative relationship structures. And openness. A survey from this year found that 68% of Gen Z individuals are willing to consider a non-monogamous relationship. This is a dramatic increase compared to previous generations. Current engagement. The trend is not just theoretical. According to HIMSS, 15% of Gen Z respondents are currently in an open relationship, a number that is 5 times higher than their Gen X parents. Driving factors. This generation, shaped by digital communities and a strong emphasis on individual authenticity, is questioning traditional norms. They are less bound by social pressures and more open to exploring relationships that align with their personal values and emotional needs. Millennials, born 1981 to 1996. The pragmatic explorers, having witnessed economic instability and shifting social values, Millennials are showing a pragmatic openness to non-monogamy. While not as high as Gen Z, their rates of acceptance are still well above older generations. Openness. Research indicates that 64% of Millennials are open to non-monogamous relationships, indicating a strong desire for personal fulfillment and a willingness to explore beyond traditional boundaries. Current engagement. While a smaller percentage are currently in a non-monogamous relationship compared to Gen Z, a study by Match found that a significant portion of singles in this age group have a preference for ethical non-monogamy over monogamy. They often prioritize communication and shared values, and for some, polyamory is seen as a way to fulfill multiple needs without compromising on a single relationship. In Gen X, born 1965 to 1980, the cautious observer in Gen X finds itself in the middle of this societal shift. While more traditional than their younger counterparts, they show a growing acceptance of non-monogamy. In openness, about 50% of Gen Xers are open to considering a non-monogamous relationship. This number reflects a generational transition, as they are more accepting than their parents, but still more inclined toward traditional relationships. Driving factors. The rise in divorce rates among this generation has led some to question the sustainability of traditional monogamy. For some, ethical non-monogamy is an alternative they are willing to explore. Baby boomers, born 1946 to 1964. The traditionalist NTHE baby boomer generation, shaped by a different set of social norms, remains the most committed to monogamy. In openness. Only 43% of baby boomers say they would consider a non-monogamous relationship. Their views are often rooted in a lifelong belief in the traditional family unit and marriage. Driving factors. For this generation, relationships are often centered on companionship and a shared life. While a growing number are exploring online dating after divorce or widowhood, the goal is often a traditional partnership. As these trends continue to evolve, the dating and relationship landscape will become increasingly diverse. The rise of polyamory is not just a passing fad, but a reflection of a broader cultural movement towards personal freedom, self-discovery, and a re-evaluation of what a fulfilling relationship can be.